Dear students, here is experiment number 3 and 4 for you. These experiments belong to functional group tests. There are functional groups alcohol, phenol, aldehyde, ketone and carboxylic acid. So to start with, as experiment number 3, there is alcoholic functional group test. So you will write like this in your file in the same manner. Aim to test the presence of alcoholic functional group in the given organic compound, and these are the material required. The table, observation table, will be made like this after the material required. And experiment, first experiment is sodium metal test. To 1 ml of the organic compound, that is liquid compound, in a dry test tube, you add a small piece of sodium metal. Sodium metal has to be handled carefully, as you know that sodium reacts vigorously with water, so it should be handled very carefully. Observation would be brisk effervescence. You'll see a lot of bubbles due to the evolution of hydrogen gas, and you can check that hydrogen gas burns with a pop sound. So this shows that alcoholic group is present in the given organic compound. Then you write down the second test, ester test. Take 1 ml of the organic compound with acetic acid and add 2-3 drops of concentrated sulfuric acid. You will warm the mixture in a water bath for 10 minutes roughly. You cannot warm it directly on flame because it has alcohol in it, and alcohol is volatile, it catches fire. So it has to be handled carefully. You have to warm it in a water bath. Cool and pour the contents into 10 ml of aqueous Na2CO3 solution in a beaker. Why should we do this? Because when you react alcohol with carboxylic acid, you will get ester. But the extra quantity of acid which remains, that will not let you experience the fruity smell of the ester. It always confuses students. So it is better that after 10 minutes, after 10 minutes of heating in a water bath, you just take aqueous sodium carbonate solution in a beaker and pour the contents in that. As soon as you pour the contents in Na2CO3 solution, the excess acid, if it is there in the container, it will get neutralized and you will get the proper smell. Your observation will be clear then. The proper smell of, fruity smell of ester. Okay, so this is another test which shows that alcoholic group is present in the organic compound. Then you have 2 more tests, steric ammonium nitrate test. To 1 ml of the organic compound, you have to add a few drops of this reagent, steric ammonium nitrate, and you shake it well to mix them properly. You will observe pink or red color in the beaker, and alcoholic group is present. It shows that alcoholic group is present in the organic compound. The last is called xanthate test. To 1 ml of organic compound, add a pellet, that solid piece, of potassium hydroxide. Warm the contents till the pellet dissolves. Cool and add few drops of CS2, carbon bisulfide, and shake to mix them well. You will get a yellow precipitate. Alcoholic group is present. So these are the 4 tests which show that the alcoholic functional group is present in the organic compound. Now it depends that what all reagents are available in chemistry lab at that particular time. So you can perform maybe 2 or 3 of them, okay, but you should know the chemistry of all of them, the reactions involved, because in viva that may be asked. So every test is important. The result would be, according to the aim, the given organic compound contains alcoholic functional group in it. The precautions are freshly cut and dried sodium metal should be used. Sodium metal piece is there in the lab, and it should be dried first because it is kept in kerosene. You know the reason. It should not come in contact with water, and then it is so soft metal that it can be cut with a knife. So a small piece is cut, and this should be done with your lab assistant and teacher. You should never use sodium independently like that. It's dangerous. Then for a clear distinction in the smells of acid and ester, as I told you, you should use sodium carbonate solution so that it neutralizes the excess unreacted acid. After that, on the left hand side page, the unruled one, you should write down the reactions involved: sodium metal test, then ester reaction, and you have steric ammonium nitrate. Experiment number 4 is to test the presence of phenolic functional group in the given organic compound. Here the material required: organic compound, test tubes, glass rod, water bath, ferric chloride solution, bromine water, and blue litmus solution. There are these 3 experiments related to phenolic functional group. First, you will test with litmus solution or litmus paper. To 1 ml of the organic compound in a dry test tube, add 2-3 drops of blue litmus solution, and you will observe that the solution turns reddish. Then the inference would be that phenolic or carboxylic, any one of them can be present. So from litmus test we can't uh, say that it is only phenolic. This test is given by both phenolic as well as carboxylic group. Then second and third test will confirm that phenolic group is present. The ferric chloride test: to 1 ml of organic compound, add 4 to 5 drops of aqueous ferric chloride solution. The appearance of a violet or blue coloration will confirm the presence of phenolic functional group. Now here sometimes it's confusing that what is the exact color of the solution in the test tube. So you can put it, a small quantity of it, on a white base, maybe a white tile, put a few drops, or maybe just put it in the sink, and you'll be able to see the exact violet color of this complex. The last test is bromine water test. To 1 ml of organic compound in a test tube, add bromine water. This test we have done while I was teaching you the organic chemistry related to phenol specifically. So there was the formation of 2,4,6 tribromophenol, which is a white precipitate. Okay, so this confirms that phenolic group is present. You should know more than one confirmatory test. That's why they all are here in the table. In the exam, you may be asked to perform maybe only just one confirmatory test, but the all the test and equations, chemistry related to that, you must know. The result would be the given organic compound contains phenolic functional group in it, and the precautions: the phenol is corrosive to skin. It should not come in contact with your skin, so you need to handle it very carefully. And ferric chloride test should always be done with aqueous ferric chloride solution. You should not take acidic or basic medium. Normal aqueous FeCl3 solution is to be taken. These are the reactions involved. As I tell you, for every experiment, whatever is shown with blue color, all those tables and everything, that is to be written on the right hand side ruled sheet. And these equations just opposite to the test, like in the table you are writing ferric chloride test, just opposite to that on the other page you should write the equation involved. So ferric chloride test gives rise to this iron phenol complex, which is violet in color, and bromine water test gives this 2,4,6 tribromophenol, which is a white precipitate. That is all about these 2 experiments. Now in the next video I will be sharing the remaining 3 functional groups. Those 3 functional groups are aldehyde, ketone, and carboxylic acid. Thank you.